morning!
Good morning. We are in beautiful Sedona right now and are on our way to
West Fork Oak Creek.
Something. But we are driving through the beautiful red rock formations here.
First day, we tried West Fork Oak Creek Trail located near Munns Park, only 10 miles north of downtown Sedona. The trailhead at the Call of the Canyon day use area costs $12 per vehicle to park. Only 0.3 miles from the trailhead, there is a ruins of an old lodge called Mayhew Lodge. A local photographer, Carl Mayhew, took a rundown property originally built in 1870s and turned it into a resort in Arizona, which hosted many celebrities like President Hoover, Walt Disney, Clark Gable, and Jimmy Stewart.
It was one of the getaways for the rich and beautiful.
West Fork Oak Creek Trail is a 6.5-mile out and back trail with only 564 feet total elevation gain. But you will be walking the creek upstream and will be crossing the stream 13 times along the trail on logs and rocks. This could get tricky, so we strongly suggest bringing hiking poles. We hiked in late December, so some of the parts of the creek was frozen. The trail ends where the canyon walls close. You can hike upstream a little more, but we decided to turn around here.
We're going to
Schnebly Hill Road.
After the hike, we decided to try our first off-road trail at Schnebly Hill Road.
What are you doing?
We are airing down the tires to about 25 psi to have a little bit more comfortable ride, get a little better traction and protect the tires.
First time off-roading. I'll see if I like it.
The Schnebly Hill Road is one of the most popular and easily accessible off-road trails in Sedona. It was a former cow trail from Sedona to Flagstaff before being replaced by Oak Creek Canyon Road. The road is named after a local pioneer in the area, Carl Schnebly.
This is really fun. I mean, this is not tough. And traction-wise, no problem at all. I not even have four-wheel drive in. I'm driving too high still. So it's absolutely on-road powertrain.
This rocky dirt road climbs Bear Wallow Canyon, then twists and turns up the hill. This trail is considered easy, but it is very rocky and bumpy. You will spend a very long time bumping your way up at snail's pace. After about 6 miles, you reach Schnebly Hill Vista Viewpoint, about 1,800 feet higher than downtown Sedona. And 4 miles from the Vista Point, the road passes Foxborough Lake Dam, built in the 1920s, but was abandoned during the World War II.
Yeah, it was an interesting trail. It was at the end, a little tougher than I had expected. But because especially because I didn't know what to expect if you had to go this down again. But I mean, it's cool. You make your way up to Vista Point, and then you did it, and then you can go down to Interstate 17 here on a dirt road, but on a real road. So it's pretty easy.
What's the difficulty you would say up to Vista Point?
Moderate to challenging, maybe. Good morning. We are going to Outlaw Trail today. Very excited about this one here, and a very beautiful area. We are going to touch some historical sites. And compared to the one yesterday, which was very, very, very bumpy and rocky, I expect some better experience today.
The next day, we tried Outlaw OHV Trail. It is a 24-mile loop trail and considered moderately challenging. We got to experience varieties of terrains, giving us plenty of mild obstacles and some scenic views to enjoy.
Oh my God. And you have to take it very, very slow. Very slow.
Problem with that?
Otherwise, let's see. The Rubicon.
Are you gonna be mad if I scratch it?
Yeah. Today this is technically more difficult here. So we even have to use now for low, and it's steep, and you really have to find the right path here, the right trajectory. If not, you will scratch your bottom. But it's somehow easier to drive if you know what you're doing, because there are not so many big rocks. So yesterday it was so many rocks, it was so bumpy. So I like this one more.
Toward the end of the Outlaw Trail, you get to visit an ancient ruins only accessible by 4x4 vehicle called Honanki Heritage Site. It is a large cliff dwellings dating back between 1130 to 1350 AD. The Sinawa people, who are the ancestors of the Hopis, lived here. There are a two-story pueblo with 72 rooms, and it was one of the largest villages in Red Rock County. It is a self-guided 0.6-mile loop trail to see the ruins up close. Evidence suggests that some rooms were used for food storage, others as family or group living spaces, and one special spiritual birthing room. It is said that over 2,000 petroglyphs and pictographs have been recorded in this site. It is a quick stop, but was definitely interesting to see all these historical ruins that still stands today. On the final day of our stay in Sedona, we decided to go hike Devil's Bridge. It is a 3.9-mile out and back trail with 521 feet elevation gain. It is a short hike, but you do get to do some steep climbing at the end. We hiked on Christmas Day, and the trail was completely packed. Dogs are allowed on leash on this trail. The view atop was absolutely breathtaking. It must be gorgeous at sunrise or sunset. Devil's Bridge in Sedona is a natural sandstone arch and actually not a bridge, and it's the largest in the area, standing over 50 feet tall. There was a long line to take pictures, and we debated if we should wait, but we did it anyways. I think it was worth it. After the hike, we got back on the main road, continued north along the trail to do the Deren Cabin OHV trail. It is a short trail, total 5 miles out and back, but I think this was the most exciting trail because the final 0.4 mile drops into a dry creek bed that are quite unique and challenging. You have to go through here out and back from the cabin, and it requires some careful tire placement.
Well, it's a very cool road. I mean, it's crossing a creek. You go up the other side very steep to the Deren cabin, and it's not very challenging. Might be a 5 out of 10 or so. Fun to drive. Great place.
It did scratch a little bit though.
Yes, in the riverbed there are some rock plates, and there's a relatively steep drop, and I hit the rear a little bit.
Van Deren cabin was originally built in 1890s and named after Earl Van Deren, who bought the homestead in 1924.
This is kitchen.
The 2-room cabin was featured in a black and white western called Blood on the Moon. The parking area of the cabin was quite photogenic with our Jeep. Well, that was it for us on this trip to Sedona. If you like this video and would like to see more, please like and subscribe. See you next time!